Welcome back to Visceral, and today we talk about the last 7-inch from a great band called Summer Twins. So I don't actually have the 7-inch yet. It's been pre-ordered. When I realized that Summer Twins had a new 7-inch record coming out, and I've had all of their releases. I have, their full 12 inches on the shelf. This was one of their previous 7 inches, probably one of their best songs ever. But when I saw that they had a new 7-inch coming out with 2 songs, one called Another Hit and one called Dream Girl, of course I had to pick it up. And it's only then that I found out via Facebook that the main the driving force behind the band, the songwriter, the singer, the guitar player, someone by the name of Chelsea Brown, that she was calling it a day with the Summer Twins, which was a pretty sad thing for me to hear because I've been a big fan of theirs since I first discovered them a couple years ago. They've been one of these great Southern California bands that I feel, in my mind at least, is synonymous with the Burger Records label, where maybe about 2011 or 2012, I really was starting to get into Southern California garage rock. I grew up in Southern California, and I was just discovering so many bands that were doing really interesting things in that genre. And Burger Records, if you're a music fan, they put out lots and lots of cassettes. Usually they do like reissues, or they just put out a cassette version of a record that's already out, but they also have kind of built a little stable of bands that kind of have a certain aesthetic, a certain sound that really fits with that SoCal kind of hazy garage rock or 60s pop sound. And Summer Twins has been one of the best bands in that. What's interesting about the Summer Twins for me is that I like to listen to a lot of music, and it's not always melodic or it's not always poppy. I like heavy metal, I like experimental tunes, and I'm married, and my wife doesn't really care for some of the stuff that's a little too harsh or a little too experimental. So when she does latch onto a band or some music that I'm playing and really likes it, I end up playing it a lot more because I think, oh great, I've hooked her into something that I also like. And the Summer Twins was one of those bands. My wife and I, we've seen the Summer Twins probably half a dozen times at some of the various Burger Records events that they would put on. We went down to LA for this one night where they had bands like Hunks and His Punks and Beachwood Sparks played, and of course the Summer Twins were there. And then we would often attend the Burger Boogaloo event that was held usually around July 4th every year in Oakland. Unfortunately, now it's gotten quite pricey. John Waters is kind of the host of the show, and it went from being about $20 for a whole day of awesome music. In fact, we saw the Mummies reformed and played a show there, to now being closer to like $100 to get in. So we've kind of had to walk away from that. But as for the Summer Twins, it's just this great, beautiful music made predominantly by 2 sisters. I mentioned Chelsea Brown before, but it was also with her sister Justine Brown, who is the drummer and also a vocalist. And both of these individuals are really good when it comes to just tight, wonderfully crafted pop songs. And according to their Facebook piece, they're not breaking up because they're no longer friends or family or anything like that. They just, they've been doing the band for over 10 years. And, Justine Brown, she's working with some other bands and touring with them, and I'm sure Chelsea Brown kind of wanted to break out of that mold that Summer Twins fits really well within. So it's unfortunate that we won't see any more Summer Twins songs, but I know that Chelsea Brown is recording a solo record right now, and in fact she said some of the songs that were going to be Summer Twins songs, they're going to be on that solo record. Her sister as well is in some great bands you want to check out below. So let's actually take a look at the 2 songs that are on this 7-inch. The first one, or the A side for it, is Another Hit. And this is just a great encapsulation of what this band could do really well. Some simple guitar work, some simple chord structure, but the way they just layer the different instruments, the way they layer their vocals, and they're able to craft such an infectious pop jam, I think is just perfectly represented by this song.
Hangs in the air like a joint that was missing. And I
and the B-side, which is perhaps one of my favorite Summer Twins songs of all time, Dream Girl. It just seems such a great final track for the band. It sounds like you're at some old-timey Back to the Future, dance where, it's the final slow song, this final slow jam for the night. And there's this sense of melancholy in it that, I used to have this person and we were in love and now we're not. And that's, part of the past. And just, not necessarily being too sad and weepy about it, but just recognizing that some of those moments are behind you now and you're looking ahead to the future.
You were always there. I was your dream girl. You were my dream guy. But dreams can't always last. I don't know.
So definitely check out this new Summer Twins 7-inch. I'm still looking forward to getting my physical copy, but you can hear both these songs on Spotify. They're on their Bandcamp website, and I highly recommend checking out the entire Summer Twins back catalog. And definitely when Chelsea Brown comes out with her new record, wherever she decides to put that out, we'll talk about it here because I'm sure it's going to be a great piece as well. So make sure you subscribe below and tell us what you think of this new 7-inch or what you think of the Summer Twins or Burger Records in general. We'd love to hear your thoughts on this as well. But until next time, take care.